get on while the snake was out. She's not usually visible. She's usually sleeping by now. But this is Arya, my black rat snake. This is her water dish. I put a full flower pot of water for her because she likes to wrap herself around in the water. So I needed a big water dish. So that's how I fixed that. Oh, I need to go get my power cord. I just flicked it across the ground and it's all the way over there. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. I'm coming, I promise. I might have to put it in a different one. Hold on. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm back. Nobody's here yet anyway. It's usually like 2 to 3 minutes and people start coming in. If you're watching this in the future, I feel silly pushing this a little bit, but I looked up the pronunciation and it's Ko-fi, Ko-fi, and I set up an account for myself where you can give a monetary gift. I think it defaults at $5, but you can put in whatever you want. I have gone a full month now without any money coming in to me because of the furlough, and I can't monetize on YouTube yet. So I set up a Ko-fi. It's in the description. I'm going to share it in the chat for this as well once I get going on this. If you can, great. If not, there's absolutely no pressure. I'm trying to think of like how to put some kind of positive numbers in my bank account right now. And even if it's just a little bit, it helps. I'm okay. You know, I'm not in danger of like losing my house or anything, but I'm just trying something to try and help the situation. It's bad for a lot of people right now. I'll go over this all again once I see the spike go up. People start coming in. Let me go to my channel. Here we go. Hey, I don't know what that means. So I'm not going to read it because I don't know if it's good or bad or what. But hey, Nicholas. The theme of this is going to be what I read in October, but we usually go off topic quite a bit. Hi, everybody. We've reached the magic number. Hi, get a chew. Hi, Cherry. Fun names here. Get a chew, Charonette. So you have to forgive me. I see a couple of the comments on my phone right in front of me that's filming, but my laptop is down here and that's where I can see most of them. So if I'm trying to catch up. Hi, Katil. Cherry, I'm doing okay. Hello, relaxing music has entered the chat. Nice. I don't like the way I look on here. Okay, let me get a little closer. Hey, Indom's here. That didn't take you very long. So yeah, I'm doing okay, but I have gone now a full month without any money coming in, without a paycheck because of the government furlough. And I feel weird, like I'm not pushing this, okay, but like I set up a Ko-fi. I looked it up, but it's Ko-fi, Ko-fi. I set it up. It's in the description. I'm gonna put it in the chat and pin it. It's like a one-time donation thingy. I gotta figure out a way to get some positive numbers in my bank account. So I set it up. That's not what I'm talking about most of the time, right? You know, tonight. And this is the first time I've ever like asked the internet for help. So it's a little scary. That it's at that point. I can't say what agency I work for because I don't know if I'm even allowed to, but I am considered an essential employee, so I've been working still with no pay. And we like deal with some of the money that goes out to people, so that's why we're essential. but we were in training, so I can only do so much. So it's kind of just, it's not great. It's not great. Hold on, I need to remove that because I'm on the wrong one. Uh-oh, something happened. Give me a second. Where did it go? It's federal. It's federal. If it was the state, I would still be getting money. It's just federal. And it's been 2.5 paychecks that I haven't gotten now for a full month. It's crazy. I've never, other than like war-torn countries, I've never heard of a government just stopping. Because it's going on the 2nd month right now. Cat in a box helps. Seeing my regulars helps. I don't speak Spanish very well. I might stand a chance reading it, but speaking it, no habla español. ¿Hablo español? Lo siento. Okay, hold on. I'm behind already, but that means there's a lot of people here. Let me put the Ko-fi link if you feel like donating. It'll give me some money. I do have a partner that is working, but he works part-time and we can't afford the mortgage on that by itself. So while we're okay at the moment, I'm not going to go into this the entire video, but I'm okay, but is this going to be another month? 2 months without a paycheck? 3 months? Like, we have no idea. So I'm trying to figure out what I can possibly do, because since I'm working as essential, I can't like go out and just do DoorDash for a month or something. Like, I'm working. It's crazy. It's crazy. And we still have the federal holidays off, but we're not getting paid for them. Nothing that the federal government spends money on is getting paid right now, including food assistance. I'll talk about that in a second. let me read some comments because I'm getting upset. Okay, so I pinned it. I'm gonna put the camel over my stomach because I have food dysmorphia, some body dysmorphia, and I don't want to look at myself in the camera like that. Indom will get the reference with the camel. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Oh, Indom's working on stuff, so he's not here right now. Okay, I think I'm up there. Cat in a box, I got that. Ella, hi Ella. Hi Trevor. Who do I blame more? What are my options? I mean, it's our Congress. There's 2 parts to it. One is passed a bill that would mean people don't have health care on top of everything else. The second group is saying, we got to give people health care, and that's where it stopped. However, the president, I'm not even going to say his name because I don't want it to like ping on YouTube. Our president could have given money to pay for food assistance. A judge told him to. He appealed it and said, no, I'd rather not. And the judge said, okay, that's fine. Millions of people are not getting money for food right now. I'm lucky enough to have a job, but when I'm going to get paid, I don't know. So that's why I set up the little Ko-fi thing. I can't monetize on YouTube yet, although you guys are helping right now because you're watching and giving the watch time. Eventually I can do monetization. And I didn't want to do Patreon or something because, I don't know, I don't have like a monthly thing. I'm barely keeping up right now. Partner, you mean boyfriend? He's my fiance, but I don't like saying that all the time because the immediate question is, well, when's the wedding? And we've been engaged since 2013. It's really hard to plan an expensive, fancy party that's stressful as hell because your family is ridiculous. So I say partner sometimes to avoid that conversation, but you'll hear me say partner, fiance, whatever. Aches CPT, thank you. Hello. If you can't say someone's name, you're deranged. Maybe check your English grammar. Empire of Storms. I'm about to get to the book part, I promise. Is that behind me? I haven't read this yet. I knew it, but I'll just jump right in for a little bit. I just read Queen of Shadows, which comes right before it in the Throne of Glass series. So this is one of the books I read in October. It's book 5. These 3 are the ones that come after it, and this last one is 1,000 pages. So I'm gonna just take a break from these chunky books. This one really started to kind of hook me. Like, I really enjoy these, but I read Akatar by this author and I got totally addicted to it. So now everything kind of pales in comparison. I'll get to that in a minute. I wanted to go into Goodreads on my laptop and see what that was, but it was right behind me. Yay! Just Get Married in the Courthouse. I feel like we've waited so long that we should actually get married, like, for real. Like, not that courthouse marriages have anything wrong, but it's just like, we could have done that ages ago. So I was waiting to plan, like, a party, and then we were thinking maybe just a really small thing, but then all the people that might not get along are, like, in close proximity. But a big wedding is really stressful, so maybe overseas, but then not overseas, but like in a tropical island somewhere. But then we have to get our passports, which we're working on right now in case we have to leave America really quickly. But yeah, it's a very long engagement. We did not plan it to be that way, but I don't know. Hi 007, interesting. Hi Mikhail. Oh, I didn't know it was you. I'm glad you said it was you. Nicholas is he's fine. It's fine. I'm not upset or anything. Yeah, but so our viewership went up and now it's kind of settling down. I love to, keep up with everybody in the chat and stuff. What do you want to be called? Aches? How do you want me to say your screen name? Because you were the one that talked about Empire of Storms. Have you read the whole series then? Are there 7? There's 8, including the Assassin's Blade one. Aches? Okay. So, we haven't really started the book topic just yet, but I was talking about setting up a Ko-fi, the KO-FI, to kind of help me financially. I don't have another way to do it through YouTube, so I set one up. If people want to, donate $5, like, that's what it's set up to do, is like small, I don't want to say tips, because like we're just chatting, but it's to maybe help me get a little bit of money in my account because the government's not paying. Hi, I can't read your name. I'm about to, but I wanted to know if it's worthwhile. Oh, you're about to finish the series. I think it is. I heard that especially the last book is like devastating, but Empire Storms and the one that comes after it I've also heard they're in tandem. So like, this is a set of characters and this is a set of characters, but it's the same timeline. And it's like, yeah, I'm experiencing the shutdown. Jonathan from Uganda. Wow, I've never had someone from Uganda before in the chat. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so if I have to read both of those books at the same time, it's just really intimidating. It's like 2,000 pages or something. So yeah, the shutdown, like anybody that gets federal money, including food assistance, and anybody that works for the government like I do, any agency is not getting paid right now. And I don't even get to stay home and like work on my house. I have to go to work when I'm not getting paid because I'm essential. I don't mind like that I'm helping people like get their money from the government. And it's a different that's a different thing than our wages, but you'd think some things would just happen. It means deer in Arabic. I have a camel. There's deer all over my room in figurine form. By the way, this is my snake. She's actually out tonight. This is my black rat snake, Arya. I think her head is all the way over here off camera. This is her water bowl that she's in. My name is Reem. It means deer in Arabic. That is so cool. Hi, Glove. Yeah, Canada would be nice. It's cold. But I'd rather be in a sane society than what we're going through right now. We had a bot pop up, but then they went away. Oh, thank you, Glove. I didn't see the second part of your I am really out of it. Of your message. Thank you. Terrified of snakes? Well, she won't bother you. She's 20 years old. She's very sweet, and I've used her for like petting zoo stuff. She's amazing. I think there's more venomous snakes in your part of the world, so that could contribute. All right, so I said my spiel. I pinned the I want to call it Ko-Fi, but it says it's called Ko-Fi. Also, my power went out for like a minute earlier when I was putting on makeup to stream. I just wanted like the sparkliest gold I could find, and I think I succeeded. But hold on a second. Just let him know that I'm streaming. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Okay. Looks amazing on me. Thank you. I don't have time in the morning to do a lot of stuff for work. Plus, work is so discouraging right now. But I really miss working from home and just doing fun, bright, in-your-face makeup all the time. Yeah. Okay, so sorry. He just walked in and didn't know. I forgot to tell him I was streaming. So that's why I'm talking to myself up in the top floor. This is apple cider. I don't know what it looks like I'm drinking. It's kind of weird, but it's an apple cider. Okay. So, somehow, I read 9 books in October. That's a lot of books. Some of them were a little bit cheating because they were kind of short and they were just kind of smutty books on Kindle that I got for free. I'm gonna mention them. I was seen any snake in my life, and I hope never see them. Well, be careful if you're not familiar with them, but generally they just want to be left alone. All right, let me get to the books that I actually read, and then I will tell you what they were, because that's what I came in to talk about, was the books that I read in October. I was trying to come up with a topic. I've been streaming every Sunday, and I actually love it. It's just really fun, and I love talking to people, and like we usually start with a topic, and then we go off topic. No name, are you Swedish? No, I'm in America right now, unfortunately, and things are bad. Hi. Man, my brain is in and out of it today. I think I did a little too much. I'd like to get to just the books that I read, please. Okay. No, I want to see the date that I read them. But yeah, so it's like 3 topics ago. Am I gay? No, but generally you don't want to ask people that. I have a male partner, fiance. I explained why I call him partner earlier, but I am an ally. I am 100% an ally. Unfortunately, in America, yes. You love my outfit. Thank you. I was just feeling the yellow and gold today, so I just went for it. Got as sparkly as I could. But doing this every week, I want to continue that. So I realized I can talk about what I'm reading every time. And at the end of the month, I can give a roundup of the month. So it just kind of happened that like I had a book topic when I first started the streaming a few weeks ago. And I like that because people come in and like have new book recommendations and stuff, but we kind of just go where the conversation takes us. I might need y'all's help to keep me on track with what I'm talking about. I'm trying to explain that I've realized I'm kind of always going to have a topic to stream about because I'm constantly reading. I also do makeup stuff and I do animal stuff. This is my snake up here. We're not going to call anything that in a negative way. Z, so we're going to get rid of that. See me tomorrow. Okay, well, maybe you can comment on the rest of the stream. So I'm going to talk about the books I read in October. That's the theme, also the donation thing that I pinned. You haven't read a full book in years. How and where do I start coming from a book expert? So what are you interested in and what keeps your attention? Because there's so many different, there's a book for everybody and there's different methods like audiobooks or, you know, graphic novels and stuff. Like if the mainstream stuff doesn't keep your interest, find what does. Find a different format or, you know, just like go to a library where you can do it for free or something and just pick what, you know, what draws you in. Hi, Nadia. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, I was in a book slump until I read ACOTAR in like March through maybe May. I read it fast. Once I got to book 2, I read it fast. And then I reread book 2. So that just, it got me into the romantasy genre, which I didn't even know was a thing, and maybe it wasn't called that until recently. But it got me into romantasy. It got me to that, and I started joining the free Goodreads giveaways and was winning them. And one of them was a romance that I thought was going to be totally cheesy, and I loved it. It was called Ghost Business. I want to do a roundup like of the whole year once I start like getting, it's getting to December now. Maybe I should start. But yeah, the romantasy and like romance novels, some of them are trash, but I realized a lot of them aren't. And that really kind of opened my eyes to different genres. I always loved fantasy, but I needed something interesting like a crime or a dragon or something in my books. And it's just really expanded this year, and I've been all over the place with the genres. So I was in a book slump for a couple of years, and then I just found one that I completely got absorbed in, and it went from there. I'm just reading a lot. It's mostly for the escapism because I don't like what's going on with my job. It's not the job I chose. They also forced us into it. That's a story for another day. Okay, Nadia said hi. I'm not a writer. You read Ghost Business? Seriously? Or are you just messing with me? You have a weird screen name. It's not in my list right here. Some of them were on Kindle, so I'm just gonna have to mention the names of them. With Ghost Business, I bought the first, it's a second book in a series. I bought the first one, read it, and then I bought 2 others by that author. And I've read one, I haven't read, actually, segue into showing you what I read. This is by the same author as Ghost Business. I didn't plan it that way. This is, for some reason, Well Met, I thought it was like a tennis, like, book, like romance. It's not. It's based on a Renaissance fair. And I've worked in Renaissance fair type place because I'm a falconer as well. I have a lot of videos about that. You've read this one too? Or are you just gonna say that about all the books? Anyway, hopefully, if you read them, you liked them. And this was just so cute. I loved the male love interests. And I have the second one. I'm gonna read it, and I'm gonna finish the series at some point. I'm kind of like strategically a little more picking the books for the rest of the year, but I'm also just desperately trying to get into something so I don't have to think. And this got like that for a little bit. I don't think it was quite as addictive as Ghost Business was, but I think that was also special because it was like the first real romance I was reading. It did have some spicy scenes, and that's always great if you're into that. Apparently I am, because I'm loving it. But oh gosh, what was I saying? This has some spicy scenes too, but not. No, there is spicy as Ghost Business. I had a point at some point. What was I talking about right before I mentioned spicy stuff? Who is my Christian Grey? Who do you visualize? What male celebrity? I have an answer for that, but I don't know if I want to put that on the internet yet. I like blondes, let's say. I have not read 50 Shades of Grey. I actually tried when it was popular, and I read like a few paragraphs and was like, this is stupid. I know it's extremely spicy, but it's so poorly written that it's just not worth it. I never got into that craze. I don't know why I didn't try romance. I do know why, because I read ACOTAR and it was so amazing that I decided to go with it. Do I like horror? So I like disturbing stories, but not so much disgusting. Like, you know how Stephen King can do both? Like, it can be absolutely gross, but it can also be like a psychological horror. I like that. I don't like, slasher kind of stuff. I mean, I can take it if it's in a book. I just read When the Wolf Comes Home, which definitely had some horror tropes in there, and it was really good. So it depends on the horror. That's a really good question, though. Let me go back and make sure I'm not missing anything. Holy crap. Okay. Gorgeous readings. Thank you, Trevor. I guess. Fair enough. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Google Chrome, Google Chrome. That's can't. I don't think you're a bot because you're speaking to us, but interesting name. I know people change their names a lot. I don't know if Mikhail's still here. Oh, it just went down to one person. What happened? I think that one person might be me watching my own thing. Is anybody there still? What happened? Okay. Let me go back to the beginning of my October list. And actually, this was it. This was it. Have I read Dan Brown? Yep. Dan Brown is like, it's not exactly like junk food because there's such interesting information in it. Oh gosh. Okay, he's cooking downstairs and I can smell the air fryer. So if the fire alarm goes off, just bear with me for a minute and I'll try to mute it. Da Vinci Code is like my favorite. It broke my brain when it came out, and the movie is like my comfort movie. So Dan Brown just came out with this and I started it. I think I'm only like 50 pages in, but I'm already like putting tabs on it because there's like such interesting information about it. It's similar to what the last one was called, Origin, I believe. I don't know if it follows a celebrity in this one, but it's about like the science of thought and like souls and stuff, like things that we can't really measure with science yet, but it's an actual study. It's really interesting. Really, really interesting. But hold on, let me catch up. You have no imagination when you're making the accounts. There's many choice. Hey, if it was available, it just makes you seem like a bot. junk, but I don't know what that word is, but it's not like, so I read some smut this month that was, it's junk food of books, you know, it's like, it's addictive, it's, you know, it's, what's the word? You get into it when you're like reading it and it takes you out of the moment, but then it's over and you kind of feel guilty for reading it. So it's like the junk food of the book world, but I don't think this quite is, because even though it's an easy read and it's kind of predictable, like he uses the same format. I love it. I love Dan Brown. I've read everything that he's written, and it's a Robert Langdon one. I love it. People can crap on Dan Brown, but you can learn a lot. Exactly. And he has a thing in here that says, like, all of this information is true. Like, the people aren't. But everything in here is true. Where is it? Okay. I know it's backwards for you guys, but all artwork, artifacts, symbols, and documents in this novel are real. All experiments, technologies, and scientific results are true to life. All organizations in this novel exist. Oh my goodness. It's really heavy, so I haven't taken it to work because I have to like walk into my, you know, building and like get through the scanners and stuff. So I haven't gotten through it as much as some of the other stuff that I'm reading, but I'm currently reading that. I didn't finish it in October. This was the first one I finished in October. Let's see. Oh, you can learn so much from fiction. And even like people are like romance novel snobs. I think it was accidentally one before. I'm no longer, because it is so clever. This was another Goodreads win. This one is not as sinister as it looks. Love Me, Stalk Me. I talked about it last time. I've now finished it. I finished it in November, but I brought it up because what you can learn from fiction, there's so much like body positivity in here. She's like changing love interests. And I actually was really comforted by it, because it was like, love what you look like no matter what. Like, you know, unless it's completely unhealthy, like, don't pay attention to people who are criticizing you. Like, what are you talking about? You're beautiful the way you are, kind of thing. I wasn't expecting to get this from like, it's like a light stalker. I can go into it if you want more, but you kind of rooting for the stalker. Like, she knows the guy and she likes the guy. But I got so much out of this that I'm thinking about reading it again. And since I met my Goodreads goal, like, I might just read it again. Guys, my Goodreads goal. Hi, Ariel. I remember you. Hold on. Let me catch up on the things. Hey, Donuts. You sold it to me. I want to read this new Dan Brown. Click the Amazon link in my description and then go buy it. And then I get like a few cents or something. Yay. You have to come back and let me know how it is. How you think it is. Because I really like it so far, but it's predictable, but in a comforting way. Hi, Redeemed One. Is this a book review channel? I don't know. Kinda. I'm art and animals. One of my animals is right here. She's a black rat snake who's 20 years old. She's been in her water dish for a while. But the art has been books. It's been makeup. You know, obviously I like bright colors. And dance sometimes. I've been reading a ton, so I've been talking a lot about books lately. Do I read poems? Yes. One of the books I read, it was a Goodreads giveaway that I got on Kindle, and it was a book of poems. I've never been changed so much by so few words. It was a lot about trauma, but it was short, and it was poetry, so it's not like full paragraphs. But talk about body positivity, and I'm like covering myself up with a friggin' camel. Anyway, yay, I'm glad Ariel's back. I got that. Cool, will do. Yay, cool. What am I doing today? I'm going through the books that I read in October. There were 9 of them. Hi, and I have the camel. I was like, someone will understand the camel reference, and then you left. Ariel, yeah, I'm talking about books I read in October, but I've only talked about one so far because, as you know, things go off topic. Oh, thank you, Donuts. Love my vibe. Aw, that's so sweet. Thank you. I've been loving streaming. It's been so fun. All right, Ariel. So this is called Well Met. This was a romance based at a Renaissance fair, and I loved it. I'm just talking about books in October. I started talking about my Goodreads goal. My Goodreads goal I set, I wanted to read 17 books this year. This is the 50th one I finished. 50! That's like the third highest I've ever read in a year. So I only read 9 in October only. That's still a lot for 1 month. So I'm talking about them, but I also just finished this in November, so I just brought it up. So yeah, this author, Jen DeLuca, this is a Renaissance Fair themed set of romances. There's 4 so far. And then I mentioned she has this like ghost town one, and I accidentally read the second one in it. And I loved it. It was called Ghost Business. I mean, give me a good ghost in a story and I'm sold anyway, but this was really fun. Camel! You finished your animations. Go subscribe to Indom, guys. And whoever else wants to shout out. 50! 50! Now, some of them I almost don't want to count because they were absolute garbage. Actually, I'm going to talk about one, hopefully, if I get to it today. 9 books, and I've only shown 1 so far. But I'm pretty sure one of the romances, not from October, but earlier, pretty sure it was written by AI. It was rather short. It was very clunky. It made no sense. And the male love interest's name changed in a few chapters in the middle by 1 letter. So it was like the letter substitution. So I'm trying to read it. I'm like pushing through to finish it. And I'm like, who is Eton? And it was supposed to be Ethan. So I think it was AI. And I didn't even think about that until after I finished it. And I'm like, oh crap, did I just read garbage created by a computer? So like, do I count that as a book? Like, technically I finished it, but when I do my year roundup, I'm gonna do like, okay, this is how many books I technically read, and this is how many real books I read. There's a 1 star in this lineup. I need to stay on topic. As a Gen Z with my attention span, I could never. The audiobooks I listen to on the way to work, that really helps. And you listen at like more than 1 times the speed. So like I, put on like 1.5 times the speed and listen to the audiobooks. And then I have them on my phone, which doubles as my Kindle. And sorry, I'm distracted by Indom's comment. Yeah, some of them, well, I'll get to that. Hold on, let me fix this thing. God, what was I saying? So yeah, I don't know if some of them count as books. They were either free from Goodreads or like just an author that I followed and was like, let me read something else by the author, and then it was crap. But let me look at what I read next. I don't have them all physically here. Did I not finish this? Okay. Actually, let me talk about the third one I finished too. Okay. So I don't have it with me. But I read on audio the first book from the Zodiac Academy series. Does anybody know what that is for right now? It is what it is. You're so intelligent. You're a great reader. Thank you. I've loved books my entire life. I'm so glad to be out of the slump. Yes, Indom has 2 channels. Thank you, Ariel. Of course your brother can say hi. I can imagine FlyOn saying something like boring after some of these books. That's the one that distracted me. So, did I not finish any? I got one, and actually, Ariel, I think it's the one you're thinking of that smelled bad. I got that mystery book that was like really suspiciously bad, and I couldn't finish it. The writing was so bad that I did not finish it. I DNF'd it, and I decided to donate it. So I just didn't care. There was like 2 friends in Costa Rica, but he was talking about the monkeys a lot. And then there was a dog named Tyler, and I kept thinking Tyler was one of the people. And it was very simply written, and I didn't give a you know what about. So I DNF'd it. So yeah, if it's boring, or like I get halfway through and I'm like, you know what, I don't care how this ends, I'm not invested in it, then I will stop. Oh my gosh, my thing is not going live. This is so weird. My computer will just stop going live and be like an hour behind, or we've only been here for 40 minutes. Okay, let me yeah, that was one of the books that smelled bad. I mentioned that. Your edit hit 1,000 views. That's awesome. Are you doing shorts or like videos? I don't know what that blue emoji is. Only books I have read are Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. Yep. I haven't read that. How to Win Friends and Influence People. Okay. And Think and Grow Rich. So you're more into like the self-help kind of books. I did read one of those this year, but I'm just not in the mood for it. I want to be entertained and not have to think. I don't mind thinking, like for this Dan Brown like one, like I don't mind thinking in that way, but I don't want to think about my life right now. But I mean, it's mostly my job situation that just sucks, which is also, I should plug again, I have the Ko-Fi, I'm just gonna call it Ko-Fi link at the top of the chat. If you want to give a gift, things are rough right now. I would love that, but no pressure whatsoever. I had to do something to get a little bit of positive money in my account, because I don't know how long this is going to last. We've missed a full month of income. Okay, back to books. You've done shorts. Okay, you're planning a video for Wednesday. Yay, 1,000 views is really good. I love the book. It's in French. I'm not going to attempt the French, but I don't know if is Adele someone's name. Galaxy, the Bizarre Galaxy? Am I translating it a little bit? That sounds fascinating, but if it's not translated, I wouldn't be able to do it. Okay. Oh, I was talking about Zodiac Academy. Okay. Okay. What the hell was going on? Zodiac Academy started out a lot like Harry Potter. Okay. There was a secret school that was magic, but it's these two young but adult sisters. Or are they twins? These two sisters that get pulled into this magic school. And I knew, hold on a second, let me turn off the sound, because otherwise you guys are gonna get blasted with it. I knew there was bullying in it. I didn't know that the bullying never stopped. It was supposed to be a bully romance. I read it because it's technically romantasy, and again, I got really into that this year. But I listened to it on audiobook, and the characters, talk about being boring, they just did not go anywhere. Just flat the whole time. One note. And the sisters kept going to where the bullies are. And they were doing things like burning their clothes off with like their magic fire and stuff. And they're still going to them. And they're supposed to be these like these four hot, you know, heir to the throne kind of guys, but they were real jerks. I didn't like it. I don't want to keep going with it. Some people really love that series. I wanted to like it so bad. It was called The Awakening. Also, the teachers bully the students. What? Let me catch up on the chat real quick. Harry Potter, what does PFC mean? PFC. PFC, what did I just say? Yeah, I mean, so many people have read Harry Potter. It'd be hard to find somebody who didn't at this point. But Harry Potter gets into the magical world fairly quickly. And so did Zodiac Academy. It's called The Awakening. But like, they're supposed to be super powerful people, but they just kept putting them in situations where they got bullied. And I'm like, why? Learning to animate is hard. That's okay. Thank you for stopping by, Nom. Have you read any book that gave you trauma for a few days? Absolutely. 100%. Oh my gosh. I wouldn't call, so the second book in the ACOTAR series is probably my favorite of the whole year, and it blew my mind. It's a romantasy, that's all I can say about it, really. I had a book hangover really bad from it, but it wasn't like it traumatized me or anything. And I know you're talking about like traumatized in a good way. I didn't read it this year, but The Boy in the Striped Pajamas did that. It's a World War II book. That's probably all I need to say about it. That traumatized me in a good way. I have to look at my Goodreads list. I know there's like a lot of them, but that one came to mind first. But yeah, let me know your best book hangovers, because man, that was rough. As an immigrant from India, okay. I don't know what to do with that comment. I'm not sure which direction that's going in. Okay. So Zodiac Academy, I remember finishing it and being like, what the hell just happened? There was no growth whatsoever. And the romance, it wasn't a romance. There was some like intimate things that happened. It wasn't exactly like spicy. It wasn't like graphic. But it was, again, it was like with the bully for no reason. I hated it. I didn't like it. So at least I can scratch that series off of my list. I rated it a 3-star. Goodreads only lets you go from 1 to 5, and it doesn't let you do half stars, unfortunately. But I gave it a 3-star because it was interesting. Like, I chose that audiobook because it started to hook me. But I finished it, but not for me. Another book I read, okay, this is a spicy one. I can't even probably say much about it, and I know it's backwards, I'm sorry. It's called Give Me More, and Sarah Kate was an author that kept coming up when I was looking for romance novels that had a high level of spice. They're often rated by like chili peppers, so like 5 chili peppers is like a lot of spice, like a lot of graphic, material. This had it. I mean, the series that it's from is called the Salacious Players Club. They have a club that does like salacious things, as you can imagine. I got this for free, but it's a 3rd book. So I went back and read the first one, which I loved, but that was before October. The second one was called Eyes on Me, and I hated it. I hated it. It had spice, but it was like a stepbrother-sister thing. I couldn't get past the ick factor. And I didn't think the male main character was written very well. He was very controlling. And it was his stepsister, so I was just like kind of grossed out the whole time. Hey, Bandana. Hey, G, did you read The Tearsmith? What is that? I'm trying to go over books that I read this month. I'll look that one up. I don't think I've read it, but I wanna look it up. Oh shoot, I just went out of the thing. Anyway, so I read the second one in October, hated it, but then I read this one, which was my goal all along, and I loved it. It was smut. But the plot, so like there was a lot about consent in this book and the first one. And I've heard from other booktubers that I watch that also read a lot of romance have also opened me to this genre because I get good recommendations now. Unfortunately, the second book in the series was I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Tearsmith. Okay, let's see what that is. The Tearsmith. I like the cover, the butterfly on it. Coming soon to Netflix, now in English for the first time. Oh. I have not read this, but this is exactly the kind of thing that I'm in the mood for right now. Maybe I can find it on Kindle. That is so the vibe. I'm gonna look at that. Because I've read, the reason why I say like smut is kind of, hi Ariel. The reason why I say like smut is kind of like the junk food is like you get addicted to it and it sucks you in and then you feel guilty. But you start to get like, you start to want to read darker stuff or like more graphic stuff, and it's like with true crime where you're like, okay, I can handle a thriller. Let's read something true. Let's read something about a mass murder. Let's do it. Like you get like, you want to keep getting more, and then it eventually just drives you crazy and you need to stop. So it hasn't driven me crazy yet. But this book, because I had the physical book and I wanted to try the author, I read the first one a few months ago, read the second one this month, hated it, but then I read this one and I loved it. So I don't know. It was a 4 stars, then 2 stars, then 4 stars. So it's really touch and go with this author. Well, I need to finish with this Tearsmith one and mark it so that I don't take it off the list later. Okay, I'm going to put it on my spicy list. I'm the Lady Anna on Goodreads, if you want to come see what I'm doing, like reading. What did I do after this? Okay, a couple books later, in October, I read another one by this author called 4, 1 star. Hated it. Couldn't stand it. I finished it. There are 4 people in the relationship, and it is smut. So I wanted to challenge myself a little bit. I think, that was, okay, so I read 3 books by this author, and they go so fast. Like I said, they're like junk food. But this one was actually some quality, and the other 2 that I read this month were not. So I don't know what's going on with this author, but some are great, some are not. There was a really well done, I thought, like, sexuality exploration in this one, because it was 2 boys and 2 men and a woman. Trying to, there might be minors in the chat, so I'm trying to kind of like not get too descriptive, but it was done really well. And the one I gave 1 star called 4 was just awful. I hated it. It was the same author, so I'm like, what? How is this working? I don't know. Let me see what you guys are saying. I said hi to Ariel. Did you read Pride and Prejudice? Yes, I read that. Was it in high school? I either read it because of high school or because I wanted to read it, because a lot of people in high school were reading it. Like my friend group in high school, like we read constantly. Pride and Prejudice is very, very good. It's classic. It's, but you got to understand that it's not the same kind of book as these smutty junk food books. You got to concentrate on it. It's beautiful the way it's written. Thank you, No Name. Let's not get too personal. I've seen some movies of Pride and Prejudice. I can't remember which one, like I read last or whatever. Watched. Sorry, I just got distracted again. I don't know what's going on with my brain. Like, we're trying to figure out what's going on. I've had some really bad symptoms, but it's been an entire year of the worst stress ever. The one with the funny Indian wedding. Pride and Prejudice is in England. So maybe you're talking about something else. Okay. In Iraq, we study this not in school. Yeah, we study it here in America too. I think it's very popular to study. It's just the way that she writes is beautiful, and it's just such a classic story. I keep thinking of Little Women. There's 4 sisters, right? I keep confusing it with Little Women in my head. It's been a while. It's been a while. Maybe I need to watch a movie and remind myself. But there's an exploration for, and this was revolutionary at the time, that a woman would kind of take charge of what she wants in a relationship. Like there's so much in there that you can really delve into. And I love books like that. I read classics for years because I couldn't find contemporary stuff that I liked. But now there's YouTube and TikTok, but I mostly get my recommendations from booktubers. There's a movie named Pride and Prejudice. Look it up. Yeah, I know there's a lot, but you're reading Alchemized right now. I don't know if I want to jump into that because it's huge, isn't it? I just watched a bunch of videos today where they talked about that book. And I'm trying to decide if I want to read it or not. But I know a lot of people are. So I'm curious to see what you think. Do I have a Labubu? No, I think they're creepy as hell. I do not have a Labubu. I don't know how they got popular, but whatever. All right, so I read Well Met. I read Eyes on Me, which is book 2 of this. Hated it. Then I read Zodiac Academy because I was like, I have to take a break from the junk food. And unfortunately, I didn't like The Awakening, the first Zodiac Academy. But that was the 3rd book I read. This was the 4th book, but it's the 3rd book in the series. I also read another one by her called 4. And I hated it. So I had 3 4 stars. No, not yet. I'm not done. That was 5 of them. So I have this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay. I have 4 left. 2 of them are junk food. The smile on those dolls. Yeah, like, what is up with that? What is up? Why are they popular? It's very similar to Little Sisters. I'm not sure which one that is. The smile on the, yeah. Little Women. Oh, okay, yeah. I thought maybe you meant that. Your girl loves them. The silly sausage, you were here before, weren't you? It's the girl from Lord of the Rings. What do you mean? Lord of the Rings is one of my favorite all-time, like, sets of books, like, world, characters, movies. Oh my gosh. I'm a girl from Lord of the Rings. Ugh, if I could be an elf, that would be so amazing. I want to look like Liv Tyler. So badly. Yeah. I don't think I look anything like that, but how do I look like it? Why do you say that? Because of the dark long hair? I love Lord of the Rings so much, and it made me fall in love with Liv Tyler. Like, in a platonic way, but still, like, oh gosh. I would love to just be around Liv Tyler or just stare at her. Okay, so let's talk about junk food ones that I read. I look like Liv. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna like take a screenshot of that comment and frame it and put it on my wall. Meanwhile, I'm like covering myself up with a camel because I don't like the way I look. But thank you. I guess I could do like full Arwen. I could try to like oh, okay. I don't even remember what they were called. I read on my Kindle. I'm gonna have to set up the next one. So after this, I went back on my Kindle. There was an author that I got a free book from. I liked the spice in her book. So I read another one called Nothing to Fear. I gave it 3 stars. It's an MM romance. And I hadn't read one of those yet. And I like to make sure I have LGBTQ books in my arsenal. You know, I have a bunch of like BIPOC. I don't know if you know, oh my gosh, Black Indigenous people of color. Is that what it stands for? Oh my gosh. I want to make sure I have diversity in my book reading. So I read an MM romance. I was in a romance, and I'm like, I haven't read a same-sex romance. I mean, this was MMF, but I wanted to continue to, like, get that perspective. So I did, and it was okay. It was graphic. It was very graphic, but yeah, Black, Indigenous, people of color. Okay. I just want to make sure I had that right. So I read another smutty one. It's like, I don't know if I technically read 9 books this month because some of them were so junk foody. People of color, thank you. Hold on. Oh, you're doing great. Thank you. You like my eye makeup. Thank you. I went for the sparkliest gold glitter I could find because, yeah. Thank you so much. I love it. What's your favorite Lord of the Rings follow-up? How do I turn off caps? There should be a button on your computer, or I forget what it looks like on a phone. Are you on a phone or a computer? You're probably on a phone. The name of my camel. I don't have one yet. I wanted to rhyme with camel. A few streams ago, somebody was just randomly like, do you have a camel? And I was like, technically, yes. So I went and got the camel, and the whole stream, I would just like bring him across the screen once in a while. It was so random. It was really fun, but I don't have a name. I can't find enough that rhymes with camel, like exactly. I don't know. So if you have a good name for a camel, let me know. Rockstar, no name. I'm doing good, Colson. How are you? Never mind, you got it. Follow up. How do I turn it on? Wait, it's whatever you just did to turn it off. That's funny. Okay. This thing is still not live. Hold on, let me refresh my feed. What does she eat? The camel? Wait, I never answered the question. What's your favorite Lord of the Rings character? Oh, Arwen. 100% Arwen. I love the elves. Arwen and Galadriel, and then probably Frodo. I love Frodo. How do you not love Frodo? Okay, let me make sure that I'm doing this right. The snake's name is Arya. And it's actually, is she still here? No, this is a stick. Did you go to bed, Arya? She's just off camera in one of her hides. It was actually after the Aragon series, which is a dragon YA series, that I named her Arya. But then Game of Thrones came out, like I got her in 2006, and Game of Thrones, was it 2010 or something? But then Arya was such a great character in Game of Thrones that it worked for whatever whatever you want to call it. She eats so I have a freezer full of meat for my predators, because I have several that eat meat. And so there's mice that are frozen, and then I warm them up so that they're like body temperature, and then that's what she eats. She only eats like once a week. You got it. And all the emojis too. You're very rich because you have a camel. Did you see how not expensive this camel is? Call it Reem too. Did you change it? Wait a minute. Call Reem. Okay, I did forget. I'm sorry. Is she venomous? No. You need a permit and stuff to have venomous snakes. I don't think I'll ever go that route unless there's like a rescue situation. But I've had a venomous snake in our rescue, but I did not directly handle it. And it was released. So, that might be a way that I end up like having a venomous snake around, but also you have to get a permit for wildlife rehab. So it's all that. Silly Sausage is gonna subscribe. I was gonna say substitute, and I'm like, wait, that's not right. Aragon the Dragon movie. Yeah, they did make a movie too. It's a book series, and I read the first 4. I really only remember the first one though. 2 of them were very boring. But the first one, the author wrote it when he was like 15 or something. It's very Lord of the Rings based, but it's more dragons, and you gotta love it. It's its own story enough that it's very enjoyable. I love it. Better than Labubu. Could you imagine the camel with like the teeth on it? I have seen the biggest king cobra in the world. You have? Where? I watch Chandler's Wildlife channel on YouTube, and he's got some king cobras. His famous one died, unfortunately, but I loved him. Oh gosh, what was his name now? I'm getting distracted. Kevin. Kevin the king cobra. And he was huge, and unfortunately passed away before they could like breed him. Alchemist is huge. Yeah, I'm reading the Tearsmith too. That one is huge too. Oh no. But if it's... So for Tearsmith, before I have 3 more books to talk about. They are very intelligent. Yeah, most predators are. And snakes, I mean, they have little personalities in there. Like, they definitely do. And I swear I can read their body language. And I mean, there's certain specific things that are very obvious, but then there's other things where, like, this one here, I feel like I can read her body language. So I'm looking at Tearsmith, and the genres are romance, fantasy, young adult, dark romance, enemies to lovers, contemporary, and fiction. Is it a dark romance, but YA? I'm super intrigued by this, but it does say 576 pages. That's not too bad. I'm talking about like 1,000 pages. I think Alchemist is a chonker, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Okay, I mentioned I wanted to read, hold on, I'm gonna take a sip of my apple cider for a quick minute. It's apple cider. It looks really weird on camera, but I didn't heat it up today. Okay, so I mood read for the most part. I kind of have a TBR, but I also kind of have 1,300 books in my house that are not read yet, out of the 2,000 that I have here. I did a full book tour a few lives back. 1,088 pages. Wow, it better be good. I've heard good reviews of it, but I forget. I'm gonna look it up because I forget what it was about. It's like the big thing right now. Wait, did I spell it wrong? I spelled it wrong. Alchemist should have a Z in it, not an S. Hold on. Wait, which one is it? By Senlin Yu? Is that the one? Dark fantasy. See, this one says it too. Fantasy, romance, romantasy, dark. So when I think dark romance, I think like ritual sacrifice kind of dark. Like this one, the stalker one. This could probably qualify as dark romance, but it wasn't like too dark. And I don't think I've read a super dark, like, blood sacrifice kind of dark one yet. So I don't know if I can handle that. But Alchemist says, in this riveting dark fantasy debut, a woman with missing memories fights to survive a war-torn world of necromancy and alchemy. And the man task... Okay, I'm putting this on... There's a giveaway for it! You can enter to win it for free. I'm doing that. I'm doing that right now. I've been keeping up with those, and I have like 4 or 5 that are due to come in that I will do unboxings for. Okay. It's so big, though. That's what she said. It sounds like you've really got to get into the fantasy part of it. But maybe that's why it's so long. And the cover with like that red cloak on her. I gotta look for it. Maybe I can audio read it and it would be like easier. It's probably like 24 hours long. Are people still here? Because I'm not seeing comments come in and I'm wondering why. Okay, hold on a second. Let me mark this one because I feel like they didn't explain that when they were reviewing it though. It's weird. Am I still live? Uh-oh. My screen went black. What's going on? Somebody tell me if you can still see me. Okay, I can see me. The clock is counting down or counting up. Oh, okay, there's a comment, finally. Okay, good. I must be fine. Originally, Alchemist was a Harry Potter fan fiction. Wait. Hang on. Is it a Hermione fan fiction? I don't know. I've heard of Wattpad before, but I don't remember what it is. Most expensive camel in Saudi Arabia called Kwazama. She costs $1 million. Why? I know they can come in like cool colors and stuff, like piebald and like albino kind of. I did not know that, and that is fantastic. I would love an Arabic kind of name. Another Hermione and Draco one. What is with that? What is with that? Who came up with that? I hear it about it everywhere. I don't think I've read anything. It just makes me laugh because I'm like, Hermione and Draco. Like, Draco must have some smarts in there, I guess, but you know, Harry Potter was more, there's a line kind of between, well, they had some morally gray characters, I guess, by the end, but it was more like good guy, bad guy, like obvious, like good versus evil kind of situation. So it's weird to picture them together because like they're from opposite sides. So there must be some like morally gray stuff going on. Okay, 1,000,000 years ago, I started talking about I mean, I'm not against it, but I'm just like, really? I started talking about reading BIPOC authors. And so I picked an Alice Walker book of short stories. It was short. It wasn't a mood reading thing. It was like, I need to get a different perspective. And it's In Love and Trouble is what it's called. I know it's backwards. I'm sorry. But Stories of Black Women. Perfect. It's like, and there were 13 stories, I think. It's like, I'll get 13 different perspectives, but it's fiction. And these are some of the most depressing stories I've ever read in my life. It was so sad. A lot of them were in the South, in America, after slavery ended, but like racism was still a huge thing. I think it was still segregation era, which wasn't even that long ago. I'm glad I read it. And the last three kind of blew me away. A couple of them were very short, but they're so sad. Like children dying, doing everything you possibly can to save them. And because you're Black in the South, people don't take you seriously. Like I know this stuff really did happen to people, but the way it's written was so sad. So I'm glad it wasn't a whole novel about like all of this loss and stuff. But yeah, like this one, I just wrote WTF because I was like, what even is this? Some of them were symbolic, some of them were more literal. Well, they all had some layer of symbolism. Alice Walker is the one that wrote The Color Purple. Amazing book and movie. Let me see. Okay, Debo's gonna go away. I need kind of, whoops, sorry, missed it. I need kind of book change my life. I feel like I'm in the middle of my way, like I'm stuck, can't find the right direction. Are you just talking book-wise? Because I mean, I don't want to like give you advice, life advice when I'm still really struggling here, but for books, you just kind of just just go towards what you're gravitating towards. Like if you feel, and you know what works too is I just started doing this, is try a chapter. Read a chapter and then switch books and read a chapter and then switch. And if you're like, I want to keep going with this book, that's the one. Now be careful because I did that and I got into 4 at one time because I loved it. I loved the try a chapter thing. It just really worked for me. And then I was looking forward to I loved it. So try that. That might work. Very expensive here, like in general, Reem. Oh, camels. Sorry, I didn't see the whole thing on the, that comment is really weird. It like put the word camels before your name. I've never ridden an actual camel. I feel like I should have at this point in my life because I've worked with so many like exotics, but not like big exotics. Manacled was the original title of Alchemized. Manacled is a little bit darker sounding than Alchemized, to be honest. So I'm assuming this Helena girl is Hermione. That makes sense. Wait, what's the guy's name then? Uh, it doesn't say the guy's name. It has a quote from him, but it doesn't. What is the mailman character's name in Alchemized? Okay. So I wanted to like read a quote or something from this one because it was so. The last three, just I think I gave it 4 stars. It's just don't read it if you're feeling sad because my gosh. Yeah, I gave it 4 stars or something like that. It might have when I want to give like 4.5 or 3.5, I can't on Goodreads, so I have to so and the writing, like after reading some of the junk food type books that I was reading, like the writing, oh my gosh. And it even the depressing ones though, like it makes you feel that like you are it's amazing. The difference. You know, no wonder people are kind of like romance snobs sometimes, but romance is a really big category. There's a lot of different directions you can go in there, and some of it is, I mean, technically Pride and Prejudice is a romance, if you think about it. Let me get a good quote from here. Oh, there was this one was based around World War II. I'm trying to find one that I can read you that like makes kind of sense. So the writing. He has been chased across the world by the realization of beauty. I don't even know what that means, but it's gorgeous. That his odor is of ashes while hers is of earth and sun. This was an age gap attraction to each other. Just this little story. And just the writing. He dreams himself into her songs. Go read Color Purple if you haven't. There's one, it's very sad, but it's about a woman who becomes a missionary. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I gotta read you that. Where is she? Uganda. We had someone from Uganda here. So this is fiction. She's a nun in Uganda, but she's lying in bed and she can hear the drums of like a Ugandan tribe with this ancient culture. And the author just goes from like the shift into like how sad it is that these drums are going to be silenced. It's just so sad, but it's so beautiful the way she wrote it. Like I put a star next to this paragraph and then I put a frowny face too. The last strong pulse of life in a dying world. Like the drums just kind of fade out. Oh my gosh. Yeah, for the drums, one will soon one day be silent. And she says, I will help muffle them forever because she's a missionary. So she's like aware of her history with this ancient culture, but then she's also working for people that are trying to silence it. It just blew my mind. But it's so sad. 13 times you're very sad in this. I'm so glad I read it though. And I've been looking around for more BIPOC authors that I can include. And I certainly would love some nonfiction to kind of get some perspective from different parts of the world. Because I love that. So I'm so glad I read it. Hi, doggy. Yes, I remember you. You ate Indom like 5 times, 6 or 7 times. Oh God, I said it. Oh no, I shouldn't have said it. I'm sorry. He actually asks about you when he's in there. He was in the chat earlier. Sorry, I need my water. He was in the chat earlier, and I don't think he mentioned you today. But a couple times he's mentioned you and been like, is doggy here? Because I don't want to get eaten. I love going live when we have like the private jokes like that. I just love it so much. So fun. And I love seeing so many returning people. How are you doing? I forget what your circumstances were. I'm trying to remember some of the things that you told us. Did you ever tell us your name? I don't know if you did. You said good you. I'm struggling right now. I'm okay. But I have not been paid in a month because the government can't decide where to spend money, even though they're going to pay us anyway. So there's no money going into my account. You don't have to say your real name. Yeah, that's fine. I just couldn't remember if you had. So I can't monetize on YouTube yet, and I don't want to do monthly memberships when I'm struggling to keep up with it. So at the top is a Ko-Fi or Ko-Fi account where people can contribute. You don't have to. I'm just saying you reminded me of it, so I might as well go ahead and plug it again. I'm seeing if it, helps, because everything going out of my account it's going to run out at some point, and everything, I want to push it up a little bit. I have credit cards, but they're getting full. I know I can pay them off once I get paid, but we don't know when that's going to be. And I still have to work, like go into work, because of my job is considered essential. And I'm happy to like help people get their benefits when they're disabled and stuff, but I'm not getting paid. You're playing 99 Nights in the Forest with your friends. Cool. I don't know what that is. What kind of game is that? Anyway, okay. There's 2 more books I needed to talk about. The name of Alchemy's protagonists are Helena Marino and Kane Farron. I like that name, but that doesn't give me Draco vibes. It's on Roblox. Okay. I finally had someone explain, I think it was Indom actually, explain to me what Roblox is. Because in Arabic, we write from right to left. Oh, of course. And English starts from the left. So when I'm writing English, everything becomes messy. That makes sense. Yeah, Arabic looks beautiful. When I'm looking at the screen name, I wish I could understand it. And I just started listening to Eliana, who sings in Arabic. She's from Palestine, and she's incredible. And I'm trying to learn a couple of her songs in Arabic because I just find it fascinating. 99 Nights in the Forest is a game where you, survive 99 nights in the forest. Fair. Fair enough. What number are you on? How many nights in the forest have you survived? Okay. So, let me just go through the rundown one more time. 11 so far. Oh my gosh, you've got a long way to go then. So, I read this romance. I read a junk food romance. That was 2 in the series. Didn't like it. I read the first Zodiac Academy book. Didn't like it. Read this 3rd book in the series. Loved it. But it's junk food. It had substance, though. I read an MM romance, and it was okay. I read Alice Walker, and it blew my mind, but very, very sad. So that was 6. I read another book by this author that I hated. That's 7. So there's 2 left, and one of them actually I brought up. Oh, you died. I'm sorry. One of them was brought up in the very beginning of the stream because Empire of Storms. Yeah. This one was brought up. I read the one right before it this month. It took me a while. This was over 600 pages, or was it 700? It was 650. These books, I'm not as addicted to it as Saramos, the Akhtar ones. And I mentioned this earlier. Back to day 1. Oh no! Do you have to keep it going for actually 99 days? Or is it 99 video game days? R.I.P. So this is the Throne of Glass series. Throne of Glass is off camera, but it's the first book in the series. There's 8, including a prequel, which I have read. So this is the 5th one out of 8 that I have read. I really, really like it, but I'm not addicted to it like I want to be. However, it starts out more young adult, and there's relationships in each one, but it's not anything graphic. And I wouldn't call it a romance. It's more fantasy with some romance on the side kind of stuff. It's epic fantasy. It's really, really good, and the world building is amazing. I'm just not as addicted to it, but it's starting to get more adult. And I think there's some spice in the next one. I don't know how I'm going to tackle the last 3 because they're really casually pulling out a taco. Sorry, it just distracted me. Okay. Anyway, this is not about a taco. So it's about an assassin who finds out she is something else entirely. And it's a magic world, it's a fantasy, and there's so much drama and politics and like gray characters, but also like everybody has a secret or past or something. I don't know if I can explain it. How many pages Queen of Shadows has? It has, my copy has 645. Yeah. 645. This is not the longest. The longest book I ever read was Les Miserables, and it was over 1,400 pages. That was a beast of a book. But yeah, this is starting to get more adult in the way it's written and what the characters are getting into. There's a lot of violence, and some of it is rather graphic in all of these books, but the first 3-ish, a little bit of the 4th one would probably be fine for like teenagers, but I don't know that this one would. I wouldn't call it dark, but it's darker, and because I know that the author can write spice and like the darker themes, I'm really curious about the next few books. I'm just super intimidated. But I did finish this 5th one in October, which means I finished the other 4 at some point during the year. The real devil has entered the chat. I thought you changed your screen name. Because didn't you post something recently? Anyway. The last book I read is another junk food book. There's this... I haven't read a sports romance before. And I really, again, I thought I was going to hate it. Turns out, I don't hate it. This just popped up for free on my Kindle. Okay, don't judge me. It's called Pucking Around. I opened it up, and I'm like, I'm going to try it. Because I've never read this genre before. But the first thing it says was, go read this short story or novella first. So the novella is the 9th one that I read this month. It's called That One Night. It is exactly what you think it is. Hold on, I have to plug in my laptop because it's going to die. No, don't die. Couldn't quite reach the power cord there. Parking around. Yeah, pucking around. A lot of the hockey ones have that word in the title. The hockey, I don't know any, like, I don't like hockey. It's not like this is triggering, I hate you kind of sport, but I'm really not interested in hockey. However, so I'm currently reading Pucking Around, but the short story, That One Night, is the 9th one that I read this month. I don't know if it counts as a real book. This is another one like that. It was a one-night stand, but it was like not, I don't know. It was okay. It was okay. What did I rate it? I rated it 3 stars. It's probably like, I mean, with romance books, it depends on what you're reading it for. If you're in it for the smut and the smut is good, then wouldn't you rate it higher? You know, but if it's like that AI one I mentioned earlier, if it's like that, then like, no. You know, 1 or 2 stars. Sorry. But it depends. Like, if you want it for the plot, if you want it for the characters, that's different than if you know it's smut and you go into it expecting smut. Like, I don't know how to rate that, you know, but if I couldn't stand the characters, you know, it kind of didn't matter if the smut was good. It was like, ugh, I can't do this. I can read other things. Let me check the chat. Yeah, I'll be semi away from keyboard. Okay. And don't worry, I don't care about sports anyway. Okay. Can someone answer your question? Doggy, what was your question? Oh I'm sorry, what was your question? I don't see a question from you. And I'm caught up on the chat. So yeah, and then I brought this one up a couple times. I think this one was in the last stream as well. I finished this and I loved it so much that I want to reread it, to be honest. I mentioned Dan Brown earlier. I'm about 50 pages into this because I did that try chapter thing. So this one I finished in November, so it doesn't kind of count towards my October roundup. This one I'm currently reading. I'm still reading Wings of Fire. I might finish this this week. And then I don't have the first book that I also read in November, but the second one I got for free from Goodreads, A Scar in the Bone. The first one's called A Fire in the Sky. I audio read it. It was incredible. I was not expecting that. There is some adult material, but there's dragons. And I can't even tell you how the dragons come into the story because it's a shocker. Apparently she wrote a prequel 10 years ago that has the same themes, but I had no idea. I got the second one. It was like with the Ghost Business one. I got the second one and I wanted to read it, but I wanted to read the first one. With Ghost Business, I didn't do that, but this one I read the first. Fire in the Sky. Incredible. Incredible. I think, did I give it 5 stars? Hold on. I did. I gave it 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. And I have to decide if I want to use my Spotify hours. We only get 15 hours a month, which is like one book. So if I have this in print, should I listen to it on audio or should I just try to pick something else and read this in print? I don't know what to do. You were playing Roblox game and you're still playing. Yeah, so what was your question? I didn't see a question from you. Anyway, yeah, so I'm in the middle of 8. One of them is that I've been trying to read the Bible from cover to cover since 2001. It's rough. It's really rough. So that one's not going away anytime soon. I'm still in the Old Testament, man. That's a rough one. I'm reading a religious history one that I've been reading for years as well. Still in the audiobook for Red Rising. I'm not liking it, guys. You can eat Indom. Yeah, you can eat Indom if he comes back. He'll laugh. I don't know if he's coming back. He's in Europe somewhere. It's super late. Of course, a superhero comic book, Marvel DC. What are you referring to? Wait, I'm not reading that, right? Yeah. Yay. I'm still plugging through the World of Ice and Fire, which is a tabletop Game of Thrones book kind of situation. I mentioned Wings of Fire. I mentioned this one. I'm still in Pucking Around. I don't like it. I forgot to mention that. You were enjoying the comic book you were reading. What comic book was I reading? Was I reading a comic book? Or are you talking about somebody else? And then I'm reading the Dan Brown one. So yeah, so Pucking Around. What I learned is that I don't care that much about the sports part of it. They're using it as they have injuries and the female main character is a doctor. There's a really loud plane coming low over my house. Do you guys hear that? If you're lost in Roblox, there's a lot of people are playing on YouTube. Huh. Yeah, game streaming is on fire. So yeah, there's some sports that I really tennis. I really don't want to do that. But would I try it? Because I'm so surprised this year by what I'm liking? Probably, but I don't know. But the hockey one isn't bothering me. Okay, you guys are still trying to get out of the forest? 99 forests? Why am I still talking about this hockey romance? I don't know. It turned, so I knew it was going to be extremely X-rated, and it has been, but I read one that was MMF romance, and I really liked it. It was really well done, and this one not started that way, but became that way, but now they added another M I'm trying to be very rated G about it, and I don't like it anymore. So I don't know. Am I gonna like continue in this year? No, I don't really care. But it's junk food. I thought it wasn't going to be. I thought it was going to be a little more of an exploration, but I don't know. We'll see. I just really don't like this third dude. Like it's just poorly written. It's funny, but it's poorly written. No, I know, Real Devil. I'm not sure what they were referring to though. So thank you. I love dragons. Did you ever read a book called Merlin's Shadow? No, but I've heard of it. Let me type it in here. I read The Once and Future King with Merlin in it. I loved it. If I had time, I should read it because of all the falconry stuff in it. Merlin's Shadow looks like it's the second book in a series. Let me see. Another fresh take on the ancient Arthurian myths. I do love those. Yeah, and Merlin, I mean, Merlin is the name of a falcon that lives in the US. Let me look at the first in the series of this. I haven't heard of it, so thank you for bringing it up. A strange meteorite, a deadly enchantment, and only Merlin can destroy it. It's YA, according to Goodreads. Interesting. That sounds like it might be a fun, like, short, well, 432 pages. I don't know if it's short. But if it's YA, maybe it reads quickly. I don't know. Fun. Yeah, but the dragons in Fire in the Sky, again, I don't have it. It was audio read on Spotify. Oh my god, I was listening to it in the car, and then I left it on when I got home so I could finish it to figure out what happened. I did not see that ending coming. I loved the romancy parts of it. It's pretty... It was an arranged marriage, but it's okay. That's what I'm going to say about it. I had never heard of this author. Apparently she writes some romance books as well, which maybe I'll check out. I don't know. But I can't. And this is the uncorrected proof. It's not even out yet, is it? Or is it... When is it coming out? Oh, it may have already come out. October 2025. Roar. I have 2 dragon books I'm reading right now. So, and this is the one I'm actually reading. I finished the first one in October, and then I'm reading this. I just eat this up. Like, it's really easy to read. I love all the dragon, lore in it. There's a million in this Wings of Fire series. I would read another one if I came across it, but I don't know that I'm gonna go out and try to buy a bunch. I can't buy anything right now, so hit up the Ko-Fi link at the top of the chat, please. You just starved on your own game. You like Wings of Fire, yay! I found out about it from Emily on Snake Discovery on their channel. She talks about it a lot, and during their live streams, people will ask her what her favorite characters are, and I never know what she's talking about, but there are humans in it, but all of the characters are dragons. It's 99% dragons. I love it. It's from the perspective of the dragons. A young dragon in this one. Are you okay? I'm good, JW. How are you? I mean, other than... That was my canned answer. Other than the no money and not knowing what's going on, I'm here. My friend's gonna revive you. Okay, good. But my favorite species of those are the Nightwings. Yeah, I mean, I this is only book 1. The Nightwings fascinate me. They keep reminding me of Toothless in How to Train Your Dragon. I kind of like the Rainwings because they're so colorful and they're kind of mysterious. Also, how do you say... I know it's backwards. How do you say this? Because I really want to, call it Pyria, but it kind of looks like diarrhea. And every time I read it, I'm like, oh, it's such an ugly name, and I know it's backwards, but, Pyrrhia. How do you say it? Pyria? 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 It sounds like diarrhea. I don't want to call it that. Sorry, I have to look over at my laptop now because it has to charge. You adore the Nightwings. Yeah, the Nightwings are pretty cool. I'm not done this yet, so I don't know. They're in like a... They're being held captive by Scarlet? Because I don't know which book you've read, but yeah, Queen Scarlet. I love the names of the dragons. Like, one is named Dune. The Mudwing is named Clay. There's one named Osprey. Peril. I love the names. They're so clever. Tsunami is one of the... Is she a rain wing? No, she's a sea wing. There's different types of dragons, and they have different kinds of, like, attributes and stuff. Colors and clans and all this stuff. So I'm so enjoying it. It's a totally different vibe than the dark romance stuff that I've also been watching, so I don't know. There's one named Thorn. Okay. I don't think I've met that dragon yet. HTTYD. Wait, what is that? How to Train Your Dragon. Okay. Yeah, I mean, how could you not? I haven't watched it past that first cartoon movie. I haven't seen the live action or anything, but... And every bearded dragon people have is named Toothless. And that's fine. Like, my best friend has a dragon named Toothless, but her friend, you know, her kid likes How to Train Your Dragon. So, I don't know what JW's saying over there. Laughing at something. Okay. All right, so those were the books I've read in October and what I'm currently reading. What time is it? 7:30-ish. I have been messed up ever since the time change in the US here. It's just so annoying. Doggy is a mod in spirit. That was just so funny when you first started bringing it up. I don't know. Like, each of these lives has, like, a different feel to it. I don't know. We actually kind of stayed on topic today. Oof. But I actually got through what I was going to talk about. I'd love to hang out with you guys a little more. Maybe until, like, 8 or so. Hi, kitty. Hi. Do you want to be on camera? Did you just eat? You have it on your face. And come over here. Come here. I can pick you up. No, he's not going to say hi. I have a big Siamese. Very loud cat. And he is my child. And I love him. He has been on the channel plenty of times before. Dragon Flight. Is that another book? Hi, sweetie. Come here. Let the people on the internet see you and see how beautiful you are. You come here? Yeah, come here so I can pick you up. Can you see him yet? Oh, here he is. Come here. Oh, you're going to go behind me, but I want to pick you up and show them your beautiful blue eyes. Oh, they're reflecting red right now. Yeah, this is Xavier. He's my old man. Everybody says they have the best cat, but we have the best cat. He is leash trained. He's a great cuddler. He's a very intelligent cat. Right? But you're very mouthy, especially when I'm talking in YouTube voice. I'm gonna go lay down. He's also 16 years old. She's not in the shot anymore. The snake is 20. He is 16. We've had him since he was 8. I have a turtle that's 20 years old. I have a bearded dragon that's 5 now. And I have a hawk that is 14. I love you. Are you okay? Yeah. Okay. Oh, Dragonflight. I was going to look for... Oh, this looks just like Wings of Fire. Hold on a second. The country has been breeding dragons in preparation for an invasion. I was going to say something about the Throne of Glass series, but I can't. That's a spoiler. Oh, this looks so good. A middle grade dragon story. That looks amazing. Dragon Slippers is the series. So let me see. This is the second one. Let me see what the first one is. Cool. You rage quitted the game. Yeah. Hold on, let me make sure that I didn't miss anything in the chat. Right now I'm looking at old kind of books. The Crimson Stone. Hold on a second. Let me get to this one and then I'm gonna go look at that one. Oh, Dragon Slippers is the first one, and then Dragonflight. Poor Creel, she can't believe her aunt wants to sacrifice her to the local dragon. I love stories like that. And then they end up like making friends with the dragon or something. I don't know if that actually happens here, but I'm gonna put this on my to-read list for sure. And then I'm gonna look up the other one. I don't care if they're old books. I mean, we were talking about Pride and Prejudice earlier. Yes. I love it. Alright, hold on. Is JW even still here? I don't know. You're eating everybody. Looking at the Crimson Stone. Okay, hold on. Let me look that up. I wish I could share my screen, but if I go for a horizontal stream where I can share it, like nobody gets alerted that it's happening. Crimson Stone. I'm not seeing that on Goodreads. Is it like part of something else? Enjoy your meal. Or reading books on your tablet. Cool. Yeah, I was always like, you know, print books for life. Like, I don't need a Kindle, but I got the Kindle Unlimited like trial free for 3 months, and I've just been eating stuff up on my Kindle, like on the phone. It's just the app on the phone. Partly because I'm staring at my phone most of the time, so why not read a book on it? Also, there's things that I can get for free there that I can try. Because not everything that I started on Kindle I finished. Saved text? Which one? I don't know. We're kind of in like 2 different conversations here. Did everybody just like leave all of a sudden? I don't know. Something happened here. You're also a book hunter, and video games as well in movies are my hobby, and action figures. Oh, cool. Eats the real devil. No, stop eating people! I want more chats. You're funny, doggy, but stop eating my guests. You gotta behave yourself. All right, what else am I doing here? I'm like way behind on the live stream. Hold on. Okay. It won't stay live on my laptop. So like the chat is live and I can see everything, but I can't see myself in real time. I don't know why. Okay, hold on. I don't see anything on the Ko-Fi yet. Damn. All right, it's okay. I don't know what I'm gonna do if this shutdown keeps happening. I'm gonna eat pizza. only if my partner can buy it. I mean, I'm glad that I saved as much as I could for like emergencies. And we are gonna get, who knows with this president, but like we are gonna get paid at the end, like back paid. We don't know when that is. So like we were able to pay the mortgage this month. The next month? Is this gonna go on like for 3 months? Like everybody's scared, and like now food assistance is gone. It's just, ugh. It's just really bad here. And I think I said earlier, like, other than like war-torn countries and stuff, like, I've never heard of a government just shutting down for months. This is just insane, and it's totally bonkers. It's an alchemy book. Yes, go get yourself a taco, burger, pizza, soda. We have to feed Doggy. That's what we have to do. We have to feed you. Let me see if I can do an emoji without quitting the stream accidentally. Oh, is Reem still here? I haven't heard from him in a while. I want like a pizza emoji or something, like you had. Oh, I have to get down to it. Eats vodka. Hello from Germany. Hi, Volka. Don't stop eating people. Doggy is being silly in the chat, but you are still here, and you're welcome to be here, I guess. I'm running out of brain power. Okay, I found a pizza emoji so that you can eat that instead. Vodka would be nice right about now. I really want like a rum and coke, but I can't afford rum right now. I can't justify that. You just said you were eating tacos. Okay, so what should we talk about? Wow, it's been almost 2 hours. I'm like, I get so energized from these lives, and it's just fun to like hang out and chat. So Indom was here, Doggy's here, Real Devil's here. Yeah, I love when like people come back. It makes me so happy. And Real Devil, we were talking about like 80s stuff at one point. I used to read a lot of horse books, like the Black Stallion series and the Misty of Chincoteague series. Now I've been to Chincoteague and seen one of her descendants. It's Devil and Vodka. Oh, and Volka. No, stop. You're doing a little too much. I see. Have fun playing your Roblox in peace, sir. Popcorn? I'm too tired to go find the emoji. Somebody post a popcorn emoji for Doggy. Anyway, I don't know. Should I just wrap this up? Uh-oh. Something happened. The stream like froze for a second. It looks to still be going though. I've been watching Rocky Horror Picture Show a lot. Like twice, but I saw it live, which I haven't seen since college. Speaking of old movies. That movie is a trip and a half. You got The Princess Bride, the book. Yay! So fun. Absolutely adorable book. Really funny stuff. I'm so tired right now. All of a sudden, I just like ran out of energy. But I love the streaming, so I want to like keep going. The numbers aren't right, I don't think, on my thing. It keeps saying nobody's here, but then people keep commenting. Hang on, let me see. I might just wrap it up, guys. Hold on, Doggy. Let me see how much we got up here. Awesome. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at my laptop over on the side. Dragon Rider, the book. You're going to give me all the dragon recommendations, and I love it. Wait. I have that book. Cornelia, is it Funky? Funk? Cornelia Funk. I've read something else by her. Oh, I have to find it now. That's so funny. I have dragon ones, and I'm like going and reading other ones. She wrote Inkheart. I loved those books. Inkheart, Inkspell, Ink Death. Dustfinger, hot. I'm sorry to say, because it's a YA book. Oh my gosh, I loved that series. It's so funny how you forget. I have The Thief Lord by her, and I have Dragon Rider. Oh, maybe I'll go get that next. She's so fun to read. And Inkheart is like a book for book lovers, because she quotes like Peter Pan and like, I don't know why that's the first one I thought of, Alice in Wonderland and Treasure Island and like all the like YA kind of classics. What was I just doing? Oh no, I have to go back to the feed here. Okay, Real Devil gave you lots of food options. Here, oh, I found it. Oops, wait a minute. Here, there's your popcorn. I don't think they have another one for it. Here, I'll give you a couple more to keep you busy. Yay! I want to go find Dragon Rider now, like right now. I think I remember it's blue. That's all I remember. I have like a list of like the dragon books. I put like unicorns and stuff into. Oh, and I read Igraine the Brave. That was fun. Wow, so I read a lot by her. I feel like I have. Oh no, that's another person I'm thinking of. The Color of Dragons. Are you just looking these up? Have you read all these? I mean, Game of Thrones got me addicted to dragons, and like the dragons are barely in the books, but every scene. R.A. Salvatore. Oh, I have I think it's behind me actually. The Dark Elf trilogy. I remember the 80s. We talked about all the fond memories of the EEC. Wait, I'm confused. I don't know what EEC is, and Google's not helping. More popcorn. Why is my thing taking so long? The Color of Dragons, R.A. Salvatore. Yay, you're happy with the popcorn. Oh, I love this cover. It's like the tail curled around. Maggie's powers are especially fickle, with no one to help her learn to control her magic. I love that too, when like someone's learning how powerful they are. I've read a lot of books like that. Whoa. Dragnox? Is that like a name for the dragons? So the Dark Elf trilogy, it's this big book with no dust jacket on it. And it got borrowed like 3 times and ended up with me. And I always meant to read it and give it back to someone. I don't even remember who the first person was at this point. I haven't read it. I've carried it around with me for like 20 years at this point. And I refuse to get rid of it because I'm like, I have to read it at some point. But it's a chunker, and I don't know much about the author. But that's my association with R.A. Salvatore, who wrote The Color of Dragons. I'm going to put this on my to-read list. Ugh, I was trying to keep my like want-to-read list on Goodreads under 1,000. Not possible anymore. I can't do it. And I'm just like, well, okay. It is what it is. Someone spawned 50 popcorn. I can't do that many, hon. Ugh. Clue the movie. Tim Curry. Another Tim Curry. Great. Keep going as long as you can. Yeah, with the stream. I'm getting tired though. Taco Burger. I'm looking at dragons right now, and they got tons. Like dragon books. I know you had that book. I had a hunch of the Dragon Rider. Doggy's still hungry. If you guys in the US, how are you doing with the government stuff? Because I know like it just reminded, like, I know you're kidding around and stuff, but like some people, like their food assistance stopped, and the president was told by a judge to you need to fund at least that. And they put in an appeal to stop it. So he deliberately doesn't want to pay people to eat. It's horrible. So, I mean, as scared as I am, I mean, this is the first time I'm like putting a link online to like help me if you want to. Like, there's people that have it way worse, and I wish I could do more. Are there stakes? A lot of girls love Dustfinger. He was played by Paul Bettany, which didn't help matters much in the movie. The movie was really good too. And his real wife was in it at the end. Yeah, Inkheart. Oh my gosh. I just have such fond, loving memories of reading it. I don't think it's been too long. When did I read that? I'm gonna go back. I don't know if I was at this. I think I was at this same house. You know how you like associate a memory with reading a book, like with a place? When did I read it? Sometimes it's hard to find. How do I? 2016? $2010. I don't even remember where I lived in 2010 right now. 2010. Okay, I remember I was working. Huh. I had no idea it was that long ago that I read it. I mean, I have it with me in this house, so I know exactly where it is, but oh, such fond memories. It's beautiful. I love that one. You're watching Inkheart right now. Oh, where is it streaming? I gotta go find it. Maybe I'll like watch that as I try to fall asleep tonight. Oh, I don't know if it's streaming anywhere for free. Aw. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy it. Alright. Brain rot today. That's, believe it or not, that's the second time 6-7 has been mentioned. I kind of accidentally threw it in there earlier. But I know some of these chats, it was just like, you guys were going crazy with the numbers. And yeah. I was at 1776 subscribers for a little while. But it's gone up since the stream, like before the stream started. So I was gonna, if you guys started talking about that meme, I was gonna like bring that up. But do I have a library app? I have Libby, but I need to go get a physical library card in order to register for it, and I don't know much about it. I don't think you can get books as instantly as you can on Kindle or like the Spotify audiobooks, but I want to explore that. I really need to get that library card. I just need to stop by the branch. It's not even that far away from me. All right, what am I even talking about in the actual thing? I have the Libby app on my phone just because I was messing around one day and decided to download it and see if I could figure out how it worked. Because I finished an audiobook, or I have like a couple hours, like I have like an hour left when I read it on Spotify, because they only give you 15 hours. So if you have a 16-hour audiobook, depending on when you finish it, you have to wait a while to finish it. And it happened with Fire in the Sky, with the dragon one, and I like couldn't wait. So I was looking for other ways to maybe get it, but I wasn't successful, and I just had to wait like a week. My library app, I can watch movies on your tablet. I forgot that they like have that to like borrow as well. Nice. I want to get a Kindle. My birthday was the end of last month, and we talked about it as a possible gift, but no money, so we have to save everything we can right now. Oh boy. Doggy, don't make the chat go down. It's past 2 hours. How did that much time go by? Oh my goodness, I looked at it before and it was like 20 minutes earlier. Anyway. Is it just like your local library, or is it like is it an app like Goodreads or something? I think we've got minors in the chat, but I don't mind. You guys are nice. I keep getting notifications for stuff. Okay. I'm waiting to see if Real Devil has a library app that I can explore maybe tomorrow, because we can only do so much right now at work, even though, again, we're not getting paid. So there's a lot of gaps and I end up reading. It sucks because if we were at home, I could be doing so much more, like, to catch up on my life. But we're not. So, all right, I'm going to start wrapping this up. I have been talking for 2 hours. I actually got through all 9 books that I read in October. I have 50 down this year. It's probably more like 40 if you get rid of the like short junk food type things that I read on Kindle or short stories. But Real Devil wants to watch movies together. Yeah, that's not gonna happen unless it's online. Hi Fury, your local library app. You know what? Maybe I'll look in and see if there's another access way to it, because I got a library card, but I think it was like a temporary number or something. I don't know. I need to just go down there. I feel like they have restricted hours, so it's hard to go. May you get more popcorn tacos. Hi Fury again. Do they have like a favorites one? Hold on. I can't see which one is even a taco. Hold on a second. There's like a baby bottle. There's like really weird ones. Do I watch Netflix? Yes, I do. I just, the app is Hoopla. Hold on a second. I'm trying to get a taco for Doggy. There we are. That was such a weird sentence to say. The Netflix thing first. I just watched the 4th season of The Witcher, which has been really controversial. I have a bunch of videos about it. I have opinions. That's what we talked about mostly on the last one, but I think I'm going to try to keep these book adjacent at least, because every week I can talk about reading. Like, duh. Like, why didn't I think of that before? You've watched all? I should go, though. The series You. So can you remind me what that's about? Because I keep seeing that. I think it's a book, too. The lists there remind me of Rocky Horror, which is adult, so please don't go watch that yet in your life. That's your favorite? You? I can't just like Google You, like it comes up with so many things. Wait, I was gonna look at Hoopla app. Sorry, I'm off screen a little bit. Oh. Partnering with local libraries, Hoopla offers free streaming and downloaded audiobooks, movies, music, ebooks. How did I not know about this? Wait, is it available in the US? Because there was an audiobook one that I got really excited about, and then it wasn't in the US. It looks like it is. That's a great lead. Thank you. There's lots of lips. Doggy's just playing around. He's a regular, or she's a regular, so I think you are a she. Maybe not. Search Joe Goldberg. Wait, why? Oh, because of that show? Hold on, I don't want to get rid of the Joel Goldberg. I feel like I should know what this is, but I don't. Oops. Is it Joe Goldberg, maybe? What is it about, though? It is a series of novels. Hold on. I gotta... If I just put you in here, it's gonna... How do I look for the book one? Hold on. It probably says the author here. A set of novels by Caroline Kepnes? Is my laptop charged enough? Okay, I found the first one. Let me look at it. Let me look at the chat and make sure we're okay. Doggy's just messing around. Okay, yeah, she. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought I remembered that, but remember I was saying, like, I can't remember which conversation you were a part of. Oh, you're asking for it. Asking, does she love cats? Okay, let me look. I wish I could share my screen. I'm sorry. The book, when a beautiful, okay, it's a thriller. When a beautiful aspiring writer strides into the East Village bookstore where Joe Goldberg works, he does what anyone would do. He Googles the name on her credit card. Oh, jeez. So is he a stalker then? He's a stalker. It doesn't say it's a romance. Okay, I'm gonna mark it as to read. I think I got like 6 or 7 more books on this stream by itself. I need to watch that. I think you said it was on Netflix, right? You don't know about the book, that's okay. It's in the US. Okay, I have it up on my screen. I'm gonna look at it on my phone as soon as I get off for Hoopla. Awesome. Fury has 2 cats. I have one. He was on the stream earlier. He was a bookseller and serial killer. You heard me, doggy. You heard me say it. It was a shout out. Wait, is it on Netflix? Let me see if it's on Netflix, because I've heard about it for a while, and I think it's been out for a really long time, right? Oh, the new Frankenstein one I've been hearing about, and the new Interview with the Vampire one. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, this is giving me Dexter vibes. Psychological thriller? He's in like a red pool on the thumbnail for it. For you. You have the Persian ones. Oh, is it translated? What Forsaken is? Are you being serious? I don't know. I really need to go. I'm so sorry. I want to keep talking about books. I always like mean to read a lot before bed, and then I just like my sleeping meds kick in and I'm just done. Yeah, I've been really excited to do this all weekend. I was just in the mood to stream and like talk about whatever. Have you read The End of Great Game? End of Great Game? Is it called Great Game or is it called End of Great Game? About Pakistan? This looks scary. I read I Am Malala and loved it. I think the US had a different position on the Middle East at the time that came out. But she's from Pakistan, so it was really interesting to read about her life there. And just, she's so brilliant. And so brave. It's about 9/11 in the Middle East. I've read a few books about 9/11. I'm old enough to have some very strong memories about 9/11. Let me see. This looks like a history book. The End of the Great Game. Was Pakistan the real US target? It was Afghanistan and Iraq that we went after. I didn't. I was kind of too young to like understand the bigger picture of it, at least in detail. Oh wow, so it caused a huge refugee situation. Is this, be real here, like, is this book biased in some way though? Like, is it propaganda or is it actual history? But I'm very interested in how things built up to 9/11 and like the aftermath of it. And I know there were a lot of people that absolutely weren't involved, but like affected, you know. You might change your PFP. Wait, what's PFP? I think you guys do a lot of hey, I'm still streaming. Oh, can you wrap it for me? Thanks, honey. We have pizza. I can't eat it till tomorrow, but we have pizza. Yay. We were just talking about that. Okay, hold on. I've got to catch up on the chat because I want to know what's going on. You're going to change your profile pic. Okay. I can't see anybody's profile pic unless I like go look after it because they're really tiny for me. I think you guys are using like gamer abbreviations, and the only ones I know are like the text abbreviations. Something just blew up. Oh my god, it's a thunderstorm. I just saw lightning. It is November. My phone is dying. Oh no, my phone is dying. Okay, I'm okay. I just saw lightning. It's gonna die on me. I'm so sorry. I don't know how it got to 5%. Apparently there's a thunderstorm in November. Everything is going crazy, but thank you for being here. I'm so sorry, but I will be streaming next week as well. And yes, thank you. Thank you, Fury. Thank you, Doggy. Thank you, Real Devil. I'll stay as long as I can, but it's like at 5%. So, yeah, I guess I'm gonna go. I thought, so the power went out and I thought it was like, maybe that was a not transmitter. What's it called? The electric thing. I thought maybe something blew up and the power was about to go out again, but oh, okay, I'm gonna go. That just scared the crap out of me. All right. Thank you for coming back in. I enjoyed talking to all of you, and yeah, that distracted me. I will see you soon, okay? I'm gonna go just end the chat. I'm probably at like 2%. So good to see you. Thank you. See you soon.